Tokyo Chitaku, one day architects will race to build in odd-shaped lots using even odder-shaped pieces. Jordan Draper Games provided this in exchange for an honest review. Sort the site cards by location, then make a 6x6 grid. Put all the unique wooden pieces in the center. Give every player an architect token. Players choose and take an outside card, replacing it with their token. The location name doesn't matter for actual gameplay. What you need to focus on is in the top left. The first number shows how many stories your building needs to be. The Roman numeral shows how many pieces you must use. The top right shows how many yen you'll earn once you've completed this building. Once everyone is ready, race by grabbing one piece at a time. Place it within the site's black borders. Your building doesn't count if any piece goes outside the line. If your card has multiple sites, choose which one to build on. Once a player has a building with no gaps and with all pieces touching another piece's side, shout "Stop!" Have another player inspect your building. If you fulfilled all the building's requirements, everyone returns their pieces back to the center. The successful architect puts their card to the side. The successful architect may move their token up to 2 spaces away. Diagonals are not allowed. Gaps don't count as a space. Continue until one player has completed 4 cards. Everyone adds up the total value of their completed cards. The winner is the player with the most yen. There's another mode here called Countdown. Every player takes a single site card. Once everyone is ready, start a 60-second timer. Everyone will race by grabbing one piece at a time to build a single floor with as many pieces as possible. When the timer's up, start a 45-second timer. Everyone will race by grabbing one piece at a time to build on top of the existing floor. Standard game rules apply. You can't go over a floor's edge, and so on. If a player is unable to place a piece, they're eliminated. When the timer's up, start a 30-second timer. All additional floors have a 15-second limit. Once all players are eliminated, they count how many total pieces they used in their building. This is their score. The winner is the player with the highest score. Draft pieces to build valuable buildings. That's Tokyo Jitaku. Even with 3 people, Tokyo Jitaku's central area is at least as large as a board game board. Because you're racing and a single bump can ruin everything, leading to a lot of frustration, you'll want everyone to have space. Then again, too much space might make it hard to reach. Circular or square tables work best. The game is super quick. The standard game is around 15 to 20 minutes, and Countdown is 5 to 10 minutes. Some 8-year-olds could play, but younger and/or clumsier kids will really struggle. A 5-year-old could handle the rules, but it's the quickness and dexterity that might be an issue. In our 4th game of Tokyo Jitaku, we were playing Countdown. I had built a building with a central open area, like the kind we saw a lot in Europe. Mom was like, "That's gonna be tough to work around." I managed to place pieces that perfectly overlapped my existing ones, then did it again. You could look down into my building. I bet people would have loved living there. One of the coolest things about the Tokyo series is that they can combine with the others, and Jitaku is no different. There are 2 additional modes in the rulebook that use pieces from other Tokyo games. It's a nice idea that not only encourages people to support the publisher, but get more value for their money. Speaking of value, there are 2 modes here. If you don't plan on getting the others in the series, there will only ever be those 2. The game is $40 US, and we didn't see a shipping option to Canada. Board Game Bliss sells this and 2 others in the series for $130 Canadian. If you can, try picking this up at a convention or keep an eye on Kickstarter. I do like the puzzle of figuring out which lot to start with, then moving to the one or ones you really want to get those 4 cards finished before anyone else. Even more than that, I enjoy the puzzle of, okay, that piece will definitely... Okay, now what? You have to be able to visualize things really well and really quickly. The wood pieces are a bit slippery, which could be frustrating for younger players or those with hand issues. I mean, it's probably part of the game, but it's something to keep in mind. I have a sensory disorder and was distracted by the gray outlines on the unused buildings. It's weird though, because the grid didn't bother me. When I was younger, and yes, I know how silly that sounds coming from a 9-year-old, but bear with me. Anyhow, when I was younger, I loved playing with tangrams. I play a game on Mom's phone called Ubongo, which is a timed tangram game. Tokyo Jitaku is also a timed tangram game, either with an actual timer or in a race against others. I had fun with the standard game, but prefer Countdown. It's unique, simple enough to play with non-gamers, and small enough to bring with me to places. Unfortunately, this isn't one I'll suggest all that often because it's just the 3 of us most of the time, and the game is best with at least 4 people. I'm really glad I finally played a game in this series and would like to try the others, but it looks like that'll be tough here in Canada. Maybe our friends in the US and overseas will have a better chance.